Hi, Jim. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Megan O'Neill. I'm a partner at DTO Law, and I have a few questions to ask you today. The first one is, who are you?
Hi, Megan. So my name is Jim Delkousis. I am the founder and CEO of a company called Persuit, which is essentially an online platform to enable in-house teams to choose their outside counsel in a way which is consistent, it's got rigour, and enables D&I, amongst other criteria, to be included in the criteria when choosing outside counsel. That's a bit about Persuit. We can come back to that. In relation to myself, so my background, certainly up until 2016, I've been in big law. So the last 10 years of my legal career, I was a partner at DLA Piper. Having spent all my professional life, all my working life as a partner at big law firms, I got to the point where deciding the way in which I had experienced in-house teams choosing their outside counsel was pretty archaic. There wasn't any rigour around it. It was all based on relationships. And I could see that law firms that should have had opportunities to put their best foot forward weren't getting those opportunities. And also in-house teams who could have done a lot better in negotiation weren't given that opportunity or just didn't have a mechanism. And so that's why I essentially founded Persuit, to provide essentially digitise and provide rigour and process around what was previously a manual relationship-driven process of engaging outside counsel. So bringing a bit of the digital world, if you like, which was happening in lots of other buyer and seller relationships, but it wasn't really happening in law. And so that was the goal of establishing Persuit. If you think the long-term goal is Fortune 500 companies, NAMWOLF and AmLaw 200 law firms on a single platform, providing opportunities for the in-house team to be able to competitively source those outside counsel engagements in a way which enables them to kind of elevate criteria, including D&I, and including being able to provide opportunities for NAMWOLF firms.
What do the concepts of diversity and inclusion mean to you?
Well, Megan, certainly in my career, I haven't had the kind of struggle that many other people have experienced and are experiencing now in relation to D&I. And I've got two young girls, for example, and I can certainly, I could see through their eyes what I couldn't see before. So one of the reasons for establishing Persuit and now focusing on what we're doing at Persuit is to create opportunities that were otherwise not available, essentially in the D&I community, so that, for example, one of the things we're doing at Persuit is providing an easy way to be able to establish D&I criteria and making sure that when they're selecting outside counsel, that D&I is at the forefront of those criteria, and providing opportunities for example, the NAMWOLF firms. Previously, that didn't really exist. If it did, it was very ad hoc. Being able to provide a consistent approach which takes into account D&I criteria, which some of our clients are now doing, making sure that it is part of every selection, whether you weight it at 20% or whatever it might be, that it's certainly taken into account. And that's something that we're really proud of in the Persuit team.
What are you most looking forward to at the first ever virtual NAMWOLF meeting?
Well, this is the first time we've actually partnered with NAMWOLF, so it's an exciting time for us. And one of the things that we're certainly hoping we'll be able to achieve with NAMWOLF and its members is to be able to provide its members with an opportunity that they might not otherwise have had to work with certain corporates. And that's one of the things that we're hoping to be able to deliver by providing a platform to make it easy for corporates to choose NAMWOLF firms when they're deciding on outside counsel, and giving the NAMWOLF members a bit of a profile on Persuit and explaining that opportunity. We think that's a really exciting development and an exciting part of the partnership we have with NAMWOLF now.
So I know you've talked about it, and I'm really intrigued by your company. So I would love if you could explain a little bit more about what your company Persuit does.
Okay. So essentially what Persuit looks to do is to provide a rigor and framework around the way in-house teams choose their outside counsel. In the past, it's essentially been really relationship driven. Okay, who you trust, who you know, perhaps who you went to school with, who you've been wined and dined by. What Persuit now provides is an online platform to enable essentially that rigor and process, so that when the in-house team does choose its outside counsel, one, we're giving more outside counsel the opportunity to put their best foot forward, and two, the in-house teams, as I said, more rigor around the selection process, including D&I, including past experience, whatever is important. And we know that D&I is becoming more and more important, but what we haven't been able to do, certainly in the past, is provide an easy and intuitive way to enable in-house teams and outside counsel to essentially collaborate to be able to achieve those objectives. So if you think about the relationships that existed in the past, moving those relationships essentially online in a way which is easy, intuitive, and provides opportunities that otherwise didn't exist.
Well, that's really fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for your sponsorship of NAMWOLF.
Fantastic. Thank you, Megan. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, same here.
Bye-bye.